How's it going? My name is Daniel with ProServe Pest Management. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a pest control service. This is going to be our premium pest control service. First thing you're going to do is you're going to grab the web pole. So before you start a service, you're always going to have this before you go to the door. As you're walking up towards the door, you're going to want to see if there's any spider webs around any of the light fixtures. I'm always seeing if there's anything in the bushes or anything like that. Because when you're walking back around the house and you're going to be de-webbing, you want to make sure you are hitting all of those. So let's go to the front door. At the front door, you're going to be knocking, ringing the doorbell, making sure anyone's home to ask them if they're seeing anything. If they are seeing anything, great, we can help them out. If they're not, you let them know, hey, we're here, we're going to get rid of everything, we're going to treat the property, and then we're just going to leave the tag on the door when we're finished. So once we finish, we're going to start up into the eaves. You're going to want to hit every corner. These eaves are a little bit higher than the normal house. So you're going to want to hit all the corners, make sure that there's no spider webs as you're treating here. And you want to just follow the line. So every time that I'm going through I'm going to make sure that I'm hitting all the corners, because that's typically where you get all the spider webs, and you're just making sure that you're covering that all. The other big one is you're going to be making sure you want to get the light fixtures. These are always going to be the big ones. Light brings a lot of the bugs, so you'll get a lot of the spider webs up and around the light fixtures. Once you finish with the front door, going around all of the door frame as well. You also want to hit the base around plants or anything like that, because you're going to get a lot of buildup around here. Also, the other thing is the great thing is there's not a lot of leaves right now, but in the season when they are, you're going to hit all through here, because there's going to get a lot of buildup with black widow webs, and you'll get a lot of leaf buildup. So you just want to make sure that you are hitting around everything so they're not going to have webs. When you hit window frames, I always go around the outside, just quick, and then the inside as well. Okay, so once you get to the side of the house where the fence is, you're gonna start on this corner. You're gonna go through all the eaves. Once again, what I showed you at the main door is you wanna go in kind of a square with the eaves. So you're gonna go up and around, and you're gonna do that every single one. Once I hit a window, I swoop down, I go around the window, back around, and then I hit the inside as well, making sure that I'm getting all of the spider webs around. If there's a lip or a ledge like this house has, you're gonna go around the base as well, making sure that you're getting all that. So you're gonna be walking slowly as you're doing this. Make sure, see, that was a great example of all the webs. See how the leaves are connected to the webs down here? That's where you wanna make sure you're getting that. So as we go through, we're just making sure that we're getting every single eave, and then I'll just hurry and quickly go back through and make sure I'm hitting everything that I can see that is gonna be where any spiders could possibly be or any bugs. You're gonna get some movement on houses that have not been treated for a while, and that is gonna kind of flush them out. So you're gonna be able to see where you need to focus your treatments and where you need to focus the spray. So, and while you're doing this and you're walking around, keep your eyes open for any ant trails. Ants are everywhere, winter, summer, and so you want to make sure that you're going to take care of them on the outside of the house before they get to the inside. So while you are de-webbing, you want to keep looking up and down all the time, everywhere. And as we get close back to the front of the house, the main door, the great thing is we've already done it. So we're gonna come up here, we're gonna skip, and we're gonna jump over to the other side, because we've already de-webbed that area. So once you're getting done with the house, you're gonna come around. Now this house is a great example of kind of encountering all situations at properties. You're not gonna always have the best property. It's not gonna be the super cleanest. You are gonna run into different things that are gonna be out in the lawn area. So when we are spraying, be aware of what you're gonna be spraying around, and especially what you're gonna be de-webbing. Some of the stuff you don't necessarily have to de-web. If you are noticing there are some junk in the backyard, you might just skip that it might not be something you want to necessarily focus on. You're going to want to focus on the home, the window frames, the door frames, the base of the house, the fence line. When it comes to equipment, things like that, you're not going to necessarily have to de-web those things unless the customer asks you to. Okay guys, I wanted to show you before you're going to spray a house is you're going to want to come and grab your PPE. Okay, so you're going to need to make sure that you have your gloves and you need to make sure you have your safety goggles. Whatever you use, whether they're tinted or not, you want to make sure you have these on before you grab your equipment. So right here, we're going to go grab the backpack sprayer. Whether you have it pre-filled or not, we do. So we're just going to be going straight into it. If you have any questions on how to fill this, ask your manager. Okay, so when we're going to spray, we're going to start in the same exact position as we did before. So we're going to go right where we started with the de-webbing, not the front door, but the side of the house, and we're going to start over there. So once you get to the corner, you're going to start at the base of the home. You want to make sure that you have a good fan spray on and you're getting a good amount underneath of the siding of the home. What that's going to do for you is that's going to get any of the insects that are up underneath the siding of the house, and you're going to be placing a barrier, so if anything is crawling up, it's going to die. As well as you're going to want to hit around, so any lips that you have here, you're going to want to hit around, as well as any fixtures you want to just go around quick. And what that also is going to prevent is, if you didn't know, on every single window there's a little air gap here, so those lead straight into the inside of the house. And that's why a lot of people have a lot of spiders inside or other insects, is because there's openings all the way around the home. So you want to make sure that you are treating all those areas. And so I like to go around quick around the windows. And so you'll see that all the way through here. We hit another window again. You're going to want to get around the bottom, all the way up to the top, all the way around again. And then back at the base. So now we're by the front door. So door's a little bit different. So you want to be careful for what you're spraying. So when you're going around, you want to hit the base as well. And then when you hit the door, so I want to go around the door frame. Be aware not to hit the doorbells. Remember, this is a chemical, this is a pesticide. So you want to make sure that you're not going to be spraying anywhere that people are going to be touching. And so when you get up to those areas, I skip those and I go back around. And you want to hit around the door frame as well. As well as you want to hit the very base of the house before they can get in. Because that's another entry that usually there's a gap underneath those doors, but it's going to depend on each house. But I always hit that just in case. If the mat's too close, you're going to want to move the mat away. And then once you get done spraying, you're going to move that mat back towards the door. So then when you come back around, remember, base of the house, you're going to hit the windows. Remember not to spray the windows. Some of the chemicals will actually stain the glass, and then it's a pain to actually clean that. And so you're going to get a lot of complaints if you are spraying the actual window. So remember to spray the outside. That should do the trick, because any bug that's going to be walking is going to have to crawl right past that product. Okay, so when you finish with spraying the house, de-webbing the home, everything looks correct and you're all finished, you're going to fill out your door tag. The door tag is going to have everything you need to make it legal for your state. So wherever you are, it's all going to depend on the laws there. So once you finish, you're going to walk back up to the front door and you're going to place this on that door. Remember that little tip that we had? Telling them and letting the customer know, I'm not going to knock again, I'm just going to put the tag on the door. So when you're all finished, tag on the door, and that's how you complete a service for the bi-monthly premium service.